As you know, India and Bangladesh share 54 rivers. 54 rivers travel between both the countries, and it is an important area of bilateral relation. And Bangladesh and India have been working hard to evolve ways and means so that there is an equitable distribution of water. They are able to utilize the resources in a manner that is beneficial for both the countries, and in many cases to minimize the impact of flood and pollution.
In an interview with ANI, Sheikh Hasina has called India a tested friend of Bangladesh. How do you view this, Mr. Rajesh Jha?
We all know a friend in need is friend indeed. And on several occasions, India has proved that it stands with Bangladesh at the time of crisis. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, her interview with NI, talked about the period in 1975 when almost the entire family, 18 members of the family were killed in an assassination. During that time, Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina and her sister were out of country and they were saved. India offered them security, India offered them a place to live, and they lived in India for several years. Under a pseudonym, they were given a different name so that they are secure, and India played a great role, and she remembers it. If you talk to the senior leaders of Bangladesh in the government and people who are the freedom fighters in Bangladesh, they will tell you that the relationship between India and Bangladesh is based on blood, because the people of both the countries shed blood for the liberation of Bangladesh. Of course, it was a victory of the people of Bangladesh. Thousands of people were brutally murdered here, and a large number of people from the Indian Armed Forces also lost their lives, and the people of Bangladesh, the leadership of Bangladesh remembers them with gratitude, with great feeling, that these are the people who helped us in overthrowing the brutal regime of Pakistan which ruled Bangladesh in 1971. So it is true that India is a trusted friend of Bangladesh.
Thank you very much, Mr. Rajesh Jha, for giving us updates about Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's visit to India.
Defence Minister Rajnath Singh will be on a 5-day visit to Mongolia and Japan starting today. This will be the first ever visit by an Indian Defence Minister to Mongolia. It will further consolidate the defence cooperation and strategic partnership between the two countries. During the visit, Mr. Singh will hold bilateral talks with Mongolian counterpart, Lieutenant General Serkhanbay. He will also call on President of Mongolia, Mr. U Khurelsukh. In a tweet, Mr. Singh said he will also visit Japan to engage with India's allies and partners. Mr. Singh said he will be attending the 2+2 ministerial level dialogue in Tokyo. The minister added that India seeks to strengthen defence cooperation and advance regional security and stability.
Indian Army Chief General Manoj Pandey has reached Nepal on a 4-day official visit at the invitation of the Nepalese Army Chief General Prabhu Ram Sharma. General Pandey's official visit from the 5th to the 8th of September will provide an opportunity to enhance existing bilateral defence ties and strengthen cooperation in areas of mutual interest between the two countries. This is his first visit to Nepal as Chief of Army Staff. During his visit, General Pandey will call on the President, Prime Minister and the Chief of Army Staff of Nepalese Army. He will also discuss avenues for enhancing India-Nepal defence relations. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar discussed bilateral cooperation and joint comprehensive plan of action with his Iranian counterpart Hossein Amir-Abdollahian over phone yesterday. In a tweet, Dr. Jaishankar said he looks forward to remaining in touch with the Iranian Foreign Minister.
Jammu and Kashmir Chief Electoral Officer has convened an all-party meeting in Jammu today to discuss revision of electoral rolls. More details from our correspondent.
The Chief Electoral Officer has sent invitation to all major political parties for the meeting. The political parties have been communicated that the meeting has been convened of a special summary revision of voters. The meeting comes aimed on ongoing controversy over the CEO's remarks that J&K will get additional 20 to 25 lakh voters including outsiders after special summary revision of voters. J&K administration had termed the controversy as misrepresentation of facts by vested interests. Meanwhile, the Election Commission of India will unveil draft electoral roll on September 15. Kulshan Rana for AIR News, Jammu.
5 Janata Dal United MLAs from Manipur have formally joined the BJP in the presence of party president JP Nadda in New Delhi. The JDU MLAs who joined the BJP are Joy Kishan, N. Senator Mohammad Achabuddin, LM Khote and Thongjam Arun Kumar. JDU won 6 seats in the 60-member state assembly in the recently held assembly elections, while the BJP secured a majority with 32 seats. Welcoming them into the party fold, Mr. Nadda said, all MLAs possess qualities that will greatly benefit the BJP.
In Jharkhand, a special session of the Jharkhand Legislative Assembly has been called today by the state government. The Hemant Soren-led coalition government can bring a confidence motion in the special assembly to prove its majority in the House. Amidst the ongoing turmoil in the state politics, 2 ministers and 29 MLAs of the UPA-led government returned to Ranchi from Raipur yesterday to participate in the one-day session of Jharkhand Assembly. All MLAs of the UPA government are staying at the State Circuit House in Ranchi while their security has been tightened up. 3 Congress MLAs will not participate in the special session due to Kolkata High Court's order in the Cashgate matter.
You are listening to the morning news on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina to arrive in New Delhi today on a 4-day visit to India. Sheikh Hasina describes India as a tested friend and thanks Prime Minister Narendra Modi for Vaccine Maitri initiative and for evacuating Bangladeshis from Ukraine. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh to embark on a 5-day visit to Mongolia and Japan today. Army Chief General Manoj Pandey arrives in Kathmandu on a 4-day visit to Nepal. Jammu and Kashmir Chief Electoral Officer calls an all-party meeting in Jammu today to discuss revision of electoral rolls. 5 JDU MLAs from Manipur join BJP. Teachers' Day being celebrated across the country today. President Draupadi Murmu to confer national awards on 46 teachers for their distinguished contributions. Name of next British Prime Minister and Conservative Party leader to be announced today. SAF Under-17 Championship begins today in Sri Lanka. Defending champion India to kickstart their campaign against Bhutan. And in T20 Asia Cup cricket, India suffers a 5-wicket defeat to Pakistan in Super 4 stage. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts.
मुट्ठी भर अंग्रेज और हमारे विशाल देश पर राज करने का स्वप्न देख रहे हैं, पर हम इनके स्वप्न को चकनाचूर कर देंगे।
निकल पड़े स्वाधीनता के पथ भाले, स्वतंत्रता संग्राम की सुनी अनसुनी कहानियों के साथ स्वराज हर रविवार रात 9 बजे डीडी नेशनल पर।
अपने बिजनेस को बढ़ाने के लिए लीजिए आकाशवाणी का सहयोग और दीजिए उसे बुलंदियों के पंख।
आपका बिजनेस लोकल है या राष्ट्रीय, आकाशवाणी देती है उपभोक्ताओं तक पहुंचने का हर विकल्प।
और अब तो आप घर, दफ्तर या दुकान पर बैठे बैठे कर सकते हैं आकाशवाणी के किसी भी केंद्र के लिए विज्ञापनों की बुकिंग।
आकाशवाणी के विभिन्न चैनलों पर विज्ञापन देना सुलभ और सस्ता।
बुकिंग है तो संपर्क करें 8700014242 पर।
8700014242।
Teachers' Day is being celebrated throughout the country today. The day is celebrated on the birth anniversary of educationist and former President Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan.
Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwarah Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah.
President Draupadi Murmu will confer national awards on 46 selected teachers for the year 2022 in New Delhi today. The Department of School Education and Literacy, Ministry of Education, has been organizing a national level function on Teachers' Day every year to confer the national awards on best teachers of the country. The selection is done through a transparent and online 3-stage selection process. The purpose of national awards to teachers is to celebrate the unique contributions of teachers in the country and to honor those teachers who through their commitment and industry have not only improved the quality of school education but also enriched the lives of their students. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will interact with the winners of National Awards to Teachers 2022 at his residence today. President Draupadi Murmu has greeted the teachers across the country on the occasion of Teachers' Day. Union Home Minister Amit Shah arrived in Mumbai yesterday evening. He was welcomed by Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde, Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis, State BJP Chief Chandrasekhar Bawankule and other senior party leaders at the airport. Mr. Shah will visit various famous Ganesh pandals, including the Lal Bagh Cha Raja today. He will visit the official residence of the Maharashtra Chief Minister to pay obeisance to Lord Ganesh, as well as at Mumbai BJP Chief Ashish Shelar's residence. Later in the afternoon, Mr. Shah will also inaugurate a school at Powai. Mr. Shah is likely to chair a meeting of the leaders of the party's core committee in Mumbai.
Over the past 75 years since independence, India's largest public service broadcaster, All India Radio, has been the proverbial storyteller for the 1.3 billion citizens across the country. All India Radio is celebrating 75 years of freedom with the series Azad Bharat Ki Baat Akashvani ke Saath. It showcases the journey of India since independence in various walks of life through the storytelling of All India Radio. Azad Bharat Ki Baat Akashvani ke Saath, reliving the journey of India since independence over the last 75 years with All India Radio. From 15th August, the series is being broadcast on All India Radio, 100.1 FM Gold Channel, primetime news bulletins and across all its platforms. Tune in to stay updated with All India Radio. In today's episode, we bring you the story of AIR News, a synonym for trust.
All India Radio, established in 1936, is the largest radio network in the world that broadcasts news and current affairs programs in 77 Indian and 12 foreign languages. Until the advent of television, All India Radio was the prime source of information and entertainment. Nothing can match up to the nostalgia All India Radio can evoke. Almost all of us love the signature Akashvani jingle at the break of dawn.
नमस्कार, आकाशवाणी से प्रस्तुत है समाचार प्रभात।
समाचार सेवा प्रभाग प्रस्तुत करता है कार्यक्रम आज सवेरे। समाचार सेवा प्रभाग से प्रस्तुत है कार्यक्रम परिक्रम।
ये आकाशवाणी है। कोविड-19 विशेष कार्यक्रम के अंतर्गत प्रस्तुत है कोरोना वायरस संक्रमण की वर्तमान स्थिति पर चर्चा।
This is All India Radio. In the program Spotlight Now, we bring you a discussion on BRICS Summit 2021.
Good evening. This is All India Radio. I am VC Pramod and with me is Reshma Tiwari with the evening news.
Namaskar. A warm welcome to World News and Indian Perspective on All India Radio.
All India Radio has been broadcasting a coherent mix of news, music, drama, cricket commentaries and talks on current issues. Broadcasters like Melville De Mello enthrall listeners through the baritone.
This is Melville De Mello speaking to you from the ramparts of the Red Fort in New Delhi. Now, if rain is auspicious, then this nation is thrice blessed, because it's pouring heavily here, and below me is a sea of mushroom umbrellas, and on the ramparts themselves.
Devkinandan Pandey's voice was benchmark in Hindi diction.
1915 का वर्ष भारत के आजादी आंदोलन में बड़े महत्व का साल। अफ्रीका से गांधी जी लौटे और देखते ही देखते एक गुलाम देश के करोड़ों लोगों की आशा का केंद्र बन गए। वैसे तो लोग ये महसूस करने लगे थे कि आजादी का सूरज भले ही कुछ देर से निकले मगर निकलेगा जरूर, और उनके इस विश्वास का आधार था पहले विश्व युद्ध का परिणाम।
Veteran broadcaster Amin Saini mesmerized listeners with his voice.
अरे ये बहुत पुरानी बात है। मैं करीब 9 साल का था तब मेरे बड़े भाई मरहूम हमीद सायानी साहब, जो मेरे गुरु रहे हैं ब्रॉडकास्टिंग में, वो मुझे ऑल इंडिया रेडियो के बॉम्बे स्टेशन में ले गए थे। तो उन्होंने मुझे कहा कि तुम अपनी आवाज इसमें रिकॉर्ड करके खुद सुनो। वाया रिकॉर्डर पर रिकॉर्ड करके फिर मुझे अपनी आवाज सुनाई गई तो मैं चौंक पड़ा कि भाई ये मेरी आवाज है। तब से भाई मेरा नाता जुड़ गया।
When it comes to trust and authenticity, the news media industry, News Network of All India Radio outshines one and all. AIR has been voted as the most trusted electronic media organization of the country by many agencies. According to a recent survey by Reuters Institution, in 46 countries, All India Radio and Doordarshan enjoy the highest trust. June 8, 2022 marked 86 years since AIR began its broadcasting operations. Since then, radio broadcast in our country has come through a long journey with hundreds of radio stations being established in several cities. Student-specific programs like Abhyas, Quiz on Freedom Movement and Sports Quiz have evinced interest among the new generation to consider AIR as a regular feature in the media diet. Further contributing to connecting J&K with the mainstream, a special segment Jammu Kashmir Ek Nayi Subha has been added to the already diverse bouquet of AIR programming. In order to reach out to the diaspora, AIR News has doubled the transmission in foreign languages, including in Dari, Pashto, Balochi, Nepali, Mandarin Chinese and Tibetan. Radio shows like World News Program with focus on Indian perspective became popular in a very short span of time. Apart from traditional and social media platforms, All India Radio is also available on DD Free Dish, DTH and DRM.
The name of next British Prime Minister and Conservative Party leader will be announced today. The result of the runoff between Foreign Secretary Liz Truss and former Finance Minister Rishi Sunak will be announced this afternoon. Polls have projected that Liz Truss will beat Rishi Sunak to become Britain's next Prime Minister. Voting for the Conservative Party leadership election finished on Friday.
In Asia Cup T20 cricket, India suffered a 5-wicket defeat to Pakistan in the Super 4 match at the Dubai International Cricket Stadium last night. Put into bat first, India posted a total of 181 for 7 in stipulated 20 overs, riding on Virat Kohli's 60 of 44. For Pakistan, Shadab Khan picked up 2 wickets. In reply, Pakistan overhauled the target in 19.5 overs. India can still reach the final clash of the tournament if they win the remaining 2 matches against Sri Lanka and Afghanistan, which are scheduled on 6th and 8th September. In football, defending champion India will kickstart their SAF Under-17 Championship campaign against Bhutan in Colombo, Sri Lanka today. Bangladesh will start their campaign in the Six Nation Under-17 Championship, taking on host Sri Lanka this evening. The 7th edition of the championship kicks off today in Sri Lanka. The final match will be played on the 14th of this month. The Indian team has been clubbed in Group B alongside Bhutan and Nepal, while Bangladesh have been placed in Group A along with Sri Lanka and the Maldives. India won the previous season title, beating Nepal 7-0 in 2019.
In the US Open tennis, 5th seed Casper Ruud and 13th seed Matteo Berrettini reached the men's singles quarterfinals in New York last night. Italy's Berrettini defeated Spain's Alessandro Davidic Fokina in the round of 16, while Ruud became the first Norwegian man to reach the US Open quarterfinals with a victory over France's Corentin Moutet. Ruud will face Berrettini for a place in the semi-finals tomorrow. And now an overview of today's newspapers. Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's India visit has been reported on the front pages this morning. Alongside a picture of PM Narendra Modi and Sheikh Hasina, Hindustan Times says, Defence, trade in focus as Hasina begins visit. PM Modi is very eager to solve water sharing issue, says Hasina, writes the Pioneer. Former chairman of Tata Sons, Cyrus Mistri's death in a road accident has been widely reported. Tributes pour in from Prime Minister, Tata Sons Chief Chandrasekaran and industry leaders, notes the Hindu business line. Full statehood jobs for local top Azad's agenda, says the Tribune. Sharpest dip in weekly COVID numbers in 4 months, notes the Times of India. A headline in the Asian Age says, CBI raids TMC MLA brother for Ponzi scam at 6 locations. UPA MLAs return to Ranchi for trust vote. BJP holds meet to devise strategy in Jharkhand Assembly, reports the Hindu. Voice call services of popular apps like WhatsApp, Signal, Google Meet, Skype are likely to come under government regulations, reports the Financial Express. And finally, the Economic Times under the headline, India's digital leap extraordinary reports that Microsoft President and Vice Chairman Brad Smith has hailed India's talent pool, saying India is well positioned to become one of the great data capitals of the world.
And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina to arrive in New Delhi today on a 4-day visit to India. Sheikh Hasina describes India as a tested friend and thanks Prime Minister Narendra Modi for Vaccine Maitri initiative and for evacuating Bangladeshis from Ukraine. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh to embark on a 5-day visit to Mongolia and Japan today. Army Chief General Manoj Pandey arrives in Kathmandu on a 4-day visit to Nepal. Jammu and Kashmir Chief Electoral Officer calls an all-party meeting in Jammu today to discuss revision of electoral rolls. 5 JDU MLAs from Manipur joined the BJP. Teachers' Day being celebrated across the country today, President Draupadi Murmu to confer national awards on 46 teachers for their distinguished contributions. Name of next British Prime Minister and Conservative Party leader to be announced today. SAF Under-17 Championship begins today in Sri Lanka, defending champions India to kickstart their campaign against Bhutan. And in T20 Asia Cup cricket, India suffer a 5-wicket defeat to Pakistan in Super 4 stage. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.